But Doctor, that's exactly what is the setting of Bhagavad Gita, where Arjuna is actually on the verge of taking a decision to go and fight, and Krishna is his charioteer, and he's seeing that the one whom he has taken the effort to take him to the center of the battlefield, and now he's giving up the fight.
Yeah.
So, namaste and good morning to everyone. We have gathered here again on a special occasion to have a dialogue with Dr. Lim on the 84 verses of Bhagavad Gita. And for you to know that these 84 verses have been very influential in Doctor's life, as he shared those stories with me when he was going through his mental crisis, when he had the emotional turmoil that was disturbing his life in the early days of his visit in India as a student, and how these 84 verses were the pillars which actually help him stay still and focused to achieve the goals in life. And that's what we want to discuss and also have a dialogue with Dr. Lim here today. So before we go into this dialogue on the 84 verses, we have Dr. Lim on the other side. So we would like to welcome Dr. Lim to join us on this special session on dialogue with Dr. Lim on Bhagavad Gita. Good morning, Doctor.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning, Rajesh. Yeah.
Yeah, so Doctor, last week we had a conversation on the Bhagavad Gita, 84 verses, not the 700 complicated masala-oriented verses. These are the essence of 84 verses, which were basically, as you told me also, that these are the verses that you were introduced to. So can you just share something more about how Bhagavad Gita had an impact in your life and how did it help you?
Yeah. Actually, the impact is tremendous. I have been sharing this story until time over so many years. You see, I went to India in 1979. 79, many years, almost 40 years ago. Okay, so the problem is that just 2 weeks after I arrived in India, actually my house was burned away. I stayed with my grandma. Okay, the time I stayed with my grandma, okay, the house burns away. Okay, so the problem is that nobody let me know. Normally because they wouldn't affect me. Okay, so that I doesn't know anything about that. Yeah, until I received a letter from my classmate. Okay, I mean the letter said it's very regret, to know that my house burned away. I shocked my life. How come I doesn't know anything? Then I talked to my classmate, my fellow Malaysian. All of them have known, except me. Okay, they even had a paper cutting, They even had a paper cutting, this thing. And they showed me the paper cutting. And in that paper cutting, I saw the photo of my grandma. Okay, my grandma is very fragile, very small, this thing. He stay in the rooms. Maybe try to find something with a plastic bag. Plastic bag in the hand. It's very shocking. It's a very shocking photo for me. Okay, you see, until today, Rajesh, even with my eyes open, I can still vividly imagine the photo. You can just imagine how the photo has impacted me. Then after that, suddenly, I am attacked by this panic attack, It's not worry, It's not worry. Worry is okay. It's not worry, it's fear. And middle of the night, when I wake up sweating all over, okay, then I cannot control. I cannot control myself. The kind of fear, keep on attacking me, Okay, so even daytime, even when I go to this during the study, I cannot study. Okay, I have the kind of comprehension, that something bad is going to happen. Okay, something bad is going to happen, the kind of fear, I never have this experience in my life. Okay, they're sweating over. Then nothing is right. Nothing is right. Now, even I try to meditate, try to reverse counting, it doesn't have. But I have the kind of very strong. So the time I have the greatest fear, Rajesh, what happened if something happened to my grandma? Because before I went to India, okay, everybody is very happy, you know. Okay, finally someone in the family can have a tertiary education. Everybody is joyous except her. Okay, one day my sister told me, I say, hey, you see grandma, I think he's crying. He in one corner crying clearly. So I go and see her. Okay, hey, grandma, what happened to you? Why are you crying? So he told me that time he already 67 years old. So I had to study 5 years now in India. Okay, he told me that what's the worry is that similar. Okay. So that time my greatest fear, Rajesh, my greatest fear is if something happened to her. If she's that, then okay, I may not be able to see her again. Okay, the fear is very physical. No? The fear actually, you cannot by reasoning, you cannot by any way to overcome the fear. The fear just become more and more serious now. Until I have problem, in my day-to-day life, I feel very worried, very worried. Then nothing is right now. Nothing is right. Okay. Then during that time, I think my wingmate, so we stay in a hostel. So I think one of my wingmate, okay, is a very handsome young man, a very small, small physical size now. I think he must have sensed that something is wrong with me, Okay, then he give me a very small booklet, very small booklet. I still remember till today. It's as big as our handphone, a little bigger, It say, Lim, this is Bhagavad Gita. Maybe you read this, you study it, that will be good for you. Okay, so that night I started to study, Okay, then the first thing that come to my life that you cannot destroy life. Life is indestructible. Okay, you can destroy the body, you can destroy everything, but you cannot destroy life. Okay, I still remember until today. You cannot burn by fire. Okay, you cannot wet by the water. You cannot be dry by the wind. It's very beautiful verses in Bhagavad Gita. Okay, then suddenly I have the kind of if life cannot be destroyed. Okay, yeah, I'm thinking, I started thinking. Okay, if anything happened to my grandma, maybe there's a chance for us to meet her again. I will see her again. I will see her again. No way, this thing. Then suddenly I have a kind of relief. I relief. Then the second part of the Bhagavad Gita, he said, do your routine. Okay, don't think. Don't have any excuses. Okay, so the time I'm thinking, I'm a student. My duty is to study. Finish. To study. Don't think. Okay, don't think of my family, don't think of my grandma, don't think of anything. So stop thinking. Now, stop thinking is exactly what our Sunya training. I practice Sunya from the age of 10. At that time, it kick in. Okay, that night, I go for very long Sunya practice. I think it's 4 to 5 hours. I keep still there. The reverse doing again and again. It's suddenly, the fear disappears. The fear disappeared completely. And from that time on until today, I seldom feel fear in my life. The fear, gone once and for all. The feeling of fear never come back.
But doctor, that was because you were trained in Shunya, you could understand BG better.
Yeah, exactly. We are trained as Sunya and we are able to live everything. Okay. Now it's easier to say than do. I know I need to let go, I need to do this thing now. But without reading Bhagavad Gita, no, there is no guidance. No. You actually, for the first time, I understand this thing. You need a practice, okay? But you also need good software support your practice now. Just practice alone, it doesn't work, you know. So when I face that kind of calamity, you know, face this thing, is the impact is just too much for us to accept, you know. Okay, no matter what I do, it doesn't have the kind of panic attack. I tell you, this Rajesh, is something that I cannot remember. I cannot forget until today, you know. Okay, you feel AJ, you're not feeling right, you know. Nothing is right, you know. Nothing is right, and no matter how you think, you want to let go, you know, this thing, it doesn't work. You just feel fear. You just feel that something bad is going to happen.
But I think, doctor, this kind of a fear, everybody lives with it every day, you know, because of that failure, and that stress and anxiety and the worry is where they lose their focus.
Yeah, the only thing is that most of the time, this fear not that intense.
Uh-huh.
Okay, my case very different, you know. My case, I full of hopes, no. I come to India, suddenly I enter university. I going to start this thing, start a new life, everything, no. Everything is looking so rosy, you know. Then suddenly the house burned down. Okay, you see, I do not stay with my parents, no. I stay with my grandma. I'm very close to my grandma. He is the one who take care of me because my parents are very busy. We're very busy working, everything. They don't have time. So I am the one who are with my grandma. Then, of course, she is taking good care of me. This thing, and she is the one who really concerned about me, you know, when I come to India. So the kind of link, the kind of emotional link, very strong. Okay, then of course, naturally, we are thinking of the basic question, you know. Okay, what happened if we lost her? What happened if you cannot meet her again? Okay, so that's something that you have to bring into the grave. You have to get this thing, that is something that that we find that it's very difficult for us to face it, you know. Okay, then it turned into fear. It turned into the kind of panic attack. Oh, this panic attack is really it's very serious, no? It's very serious. Okay, this thing. That's why, Rajesh, we say that during the practice of meditation, okay, you had to practice exercise. Okay, you should observe your emotion exercise. You should not practice to relax yourself or to go for the kind of emotional love, everything. No. Because why? Because then when you condition yourself wrongly, you know, life doesn't act like this. So, okay, the world is not perfect, you know. Sometimes the calamity come very strongly, you know. Okay, if you are not prepared, if you are not prepared or you practice wrongly, okay, you cannot cope with the situation, you know. Like by the time, just simply cannot cope, you know. The panic attack is so severe, you know. Okay, there's nothing that you can, and it affects you 24 hours, no. At night, when you sleep also, you wake up middle of the night, then suddenly you cannot sleep, no. You're walking here and there, walking here and there, this thing.
But doctor, that's exactly what is the setting of Bhagavad Gita, where Arjuna is actually on the verge of taking a decision to go and fight, and Krishna is his charioteer, and he's seeing that the one whom he has taken the effort to take him to the center of the battlefield, and now he's giving up the fight.
Yeah. No, exactly. You see, Rajat, you know, I'm worried about losing my grandma. No? I'm losing my grandma. The same thing with Arjuna. No? When they fight, he had to lose his uncle. No? He had to lose his teacher. No? The many people that are very near to him. Hey, it's a very worse situation. You know? You see, you have to fight them. It's a dead and life battle. No? Okay. There's no winner in the battle. If you win, you kill your uncle, no. Okay, if you lost your uncle, kill you, no. That kind of situation is a very, what should I say? Is I think for human being to handle this kind of situation is not easy. Okay, when we are facing death and life in our life, that is the most difficult chapter in our life. It's a very, very a difficult situation for us to handle. Okay, so I can understand. So when I read now, I say this Arjuna, his situation and my situation almost the same, almost the same. Then of course after that, like Krishna asked him, hey, you stop thinking, stop thinking, you cannot destroy life now. You cannot destroy your uncle cannot destroy you, Okay, what have been destroyed? Just this body. This body is a tools, no? Is a container. Okay, it's a container. This container sometimes it's old, when useless, you destroy, never mind. You get a new one, then you continue. Okay, get a new one, then you continue. Okay, so that is for the first time I am realizing that. Okay, once we realize that life cannot be destroyed, suddenly we have the kind of peace of mind, the kind of peace of mind. Then I'm thinking maybe one day I can. No, even until today, you see, even until today, you see, look at my grandma. My grandma died at a very old age, at the age of 84. I think he died at the age of 80 something. Okay, but the problem is that she is having a very hardship, throughout her whole life because our economy is no good. So my grandma died young, died very young, at the age of, so at the age of I think 40, 30 something 40. So my grandma, he had to take care of the whole family. Okay, every day he had to walk about 15 to 20 kilometers, to go to the village. So he buy something in the towns, okay, some cloth, some errands, Then he sell it to the villagers, okay. Then in return he'll buy the chicken, buy the ducks, buy the eggs, and bring him back. This kind all for I think as far as I can remember, okay, until the very old age, even step into her 70s. Her 70, work very, very hard, work very, very hard. Okay, so that's the time I have not established the accent. Okay, by the time I am about to establish the accent, then she passed away. Okay, so there is a kind of regret, on our part, this thing that we have not done anything, to at least give her a good life. No, she
A little contribution from our part to make their life a little better.
until the when come back to the old age, everything. This thing. She wanted to go back to China. Okay, she wanted to go back to China, her hometown in China. We have problem, that time we don't have money, But that time Malaysia and China not yet established a relationship. Okay, Chinese that time Malaysia, we don't have a normal relationship with China, and to go back to China is not easy, Okay, you get a visa, this thing is very costly. Okay, at the time she is very old, she cannot go back alone, Okay, then mostly my mother to go back, and this too costly, too costly. Okay, to go back the time you need about 15 to 20,000 ringgit. Okay, so that time I don't have this amount of money. Okay, this thing. So that the little bit amount of money I establish now, I save. Also, the one also is for me to establish the accent, Even then, even all the money is not enough for to send her back to China. Okay, then during her last day, of course, she keep on telling me that she miss her village, the village in China. I think that is for human being, When we are old, we always think of our village. Okay, we always think of this thing. We cannot send her home. Okay, so I'm thinking, there is something that we cannot do. We cannot do anything, at the time. Due to the economy, our economy are not good. Okay, there's nothing much we can do. Okay, But the only consolation is that you cannot destroy life. So there is a chance, Rajesh.
Catch up again.
Yeah, they catch up again. So maybe there's a chance for me to seek forgiveness from her. Okay. So I owe her. Okay, one sorry. Okay, I don't know if it's good like mad, You cannot imagine the hardship that they have gone through. Okay, that's why when I come to India, many people complain about the hardship. We think, I think, don't complain, Don't complain, You're not the only one. We also have gone through the same thing, Not enough to eat, Not enough to what they call. Don't complain. Don't complain. My grandma never complain. Never complain. He never complain about hardship and everything. Okay. So when so that's why when I come to India, many people they told me that the economic situation are no good. This is a thing. I said no. Yeah, we understand. No, we have gone through the same situation. The exactly when you see when we are small, we don't have enough to eat. Hunger is a constant problem. Hunger is a constant problem. Okay, so what we do to do is that we always have two things. One, the rice. Rice you can only take a small portion. You cannot take double. Then there is a porridge. Porridge water. That one you can eat. You can drink as much as you wanted to do. It's a very watery. The thing. So we have been gone through the so during the meal. Fellow will say, hey, don't eat too much, no. There's still someone after you is going to have the meal, so that we seldom have a full stomach, We seldom eat to the unless during some festive season, some visiting season, So we are in a state of constant hunger. In a state of constant hunger. This we have gone through the stage now. We have gone through this thing. That's why when we come to India, we go to many places, they complain about all these things. We told them, do not complain. Do not complain. You're not the only one. We have gone through the same thing also. Okay? So we have to work through it. Okay. Yeah. So that is the two things. First, that we cannot destroy life.
Yeah.
Okay, that itself is a very, to me, a very strong consolation, Okay, so that we still have chance to meet our loved one. Secondly, very important, do your duty. Okay, don't think, and don't have any excuses,
Mm.
You see, I do not have a lot of excuses, How can I fight? Okay, how can there is no fun now. Even I win the war, so what? I have to kill her. Okay, then I do not tell hey, mister, don't think. Just do your duty. You see, that affects us, affect me until today. You look at the accent, We keep on doing again, doing and doing. Even until today, we never stop working.
Yeah.
We never stop working. Every day we keep on working again. We go to one country after the other country, even though we go to another country, we still open up a new market. Okay, open up the new products. We keep on doing. Okay, because that is the second teaching of Bhagavad Gita. Okay, do your duty. Even if you don't do anything, you're still doing something. Okay, and it's worse than doing nothing. It's worse than doing nothing. Okay, this is something that I learned about Bhagavad Gita. Okay, now these two things are very, very strong influence. First is the kind of what should I say? Since we realize that life cannot be destroyed, we have a kind of peace of mind. We no longer worry. We no longer worry. Worry. I think you look at this Heart Sutra.
Yeah.
Okay, you see, because of achieve nothingness. Okay, Bodhisattva. Okay, he have no fear.
They have no fear.
And he do not have any illusion in it.
Mm-hmm.
Without any illusion, no fear and no illusion. Okay, then he achieved the
Highest really. Yeah.
So the same thing, no fear. Okay, no fear. You see, I can tell you many stories. Right? So during the final years, okay, due to some crackpot, 15 of them, they want to pick up a fight with me without any reason, no. I never offended them. I don't do this thing, no. You don't fight with me, no. I have no fear. I bash them, no. As a leader, fainted. I hit them, this thing, they have no fear, this thing. So I told you before, you in this thing, in Thailand, they show me the gun. So they say, Mister, okay, I don't want to see you with that again. Okay, so I told you, hello, Mister, you want to show some gun to me? Okay, at least give me some James Bond type 007, no. You show me this pistol karang, pistol karang, the rusted pistol, no. I told you, I am not very shameful. You want to show pistol, show a good one to me, Do show this rusted one to him, Okay, I'll pass him out, Okay, end up he threatened by me. The other way around, I threatened him, you make the first shoot. The same thing in Indonesia, the same thing in Philippines. Okay, these people, they all bought, They try to threaten. No, we have no fear, We face that. We have no fear. So I think that part is the kind of strength that we get from Bhagavad Gita. Okay, you see, Rajesh, if you just carry people 84 verses, people don't have any feeling. Maybe they say, oh, there's some philosophical teaching. More than philosophical teaching, It's something that is, if you understand it, it have a very strong effect.
It's therapeutic also, doctor. It healed you. It's therapeutic, not only therapeutic for that moment, but even in the future, it sows the seed for you to remain like that.
And the healing is lifelong,
Lifelong. That's what I'm saying. But sometimes I feel it's the same thing that when we talk about taking Ganoderma, it sets out a healing system within ourselves, right? So all the nutritional and the lifestyle you live, says sutras are like that, once they go inside you, they harbor inside you and they guide you through your life's difficult situations.
Sutra,
Yes.
Sutra, okay, the MAS.
So, doctor, quickly now let's take to our one of the few verses we'll pick up from the 84. We cannot finish 84, but there are some few verses that you also marked in when you went through it. So I have this verse 16 where you have marked that. So let's go to verse 16. It says, the contacts of the senses with the objects, O son of Kunti, Arjuna, cause heat and cold, happiness, sukha and sorrow, dukkha, have a beginning and an end. They are impermanent. O Bharata, endure them.
This is exactly what we are teaching in Sunya. Okay, any phenomenon, okay, any emotion, there is a beginning, there is an end. Okay, that's why when you sit down, something disturbs you, Okay, you're some emotional. Now you look at it, Okay, there's beginning. You develop, look at it now. Even today, it disappears. Definitely, you wouldn't last long. Okay, so that even the pains in the body, you observe it, it become more intensified. But they come to a state that is started to diminish, Okay, and one thing is very sure, Rajesh, it disappear. So all the suffering, already come to you. You look at it, Even you don't do anything, look at it, At the end of the day, it will disappear. This is exactly what is in these verses. Okay, maybe it's cold, maybe it's heat, maybe it's sorrow, maybe it's happiness, Okay, they are impermanent, Okay, and it do not endure. It will disappear. Okay, so that's why I mark it now is because this the same thing. You see in Sunya, Rajesh, we do not teach Sunyati to relax, okay, to stay there, feel happy, relax. No. Okay, you observe your feeling, You observe yourself, okay, until the feeling gone, okay, until the kind of until you realize that this is impermanent. Any feeling, good feeling, bad feeling, sukha and dukkha. Okay, sukha means happiness, dukkha means this thing. And these two words still exist in Malay, you know. In Malay, we still happy, we still say sukha. Not happy, we still say dukkha. Okay, that's why I understand these two words very well because we use it every day in Malay. Okay, now whether it's sukha, whether it's dukkha, never mind. You know. Look at it until it disappears. So that is the essence of meditations. Impermanency, yeah.
So, Doctor, here it's very clearly mentioned that you have to endure. He's not saying you just leave it away. Endure it by observing, and that's what our Shunya practice is.
Yeah.
So, Doctor, then let's go to what you said today, verse 25. Okay? Yeah. So, verse 25, it is, I'll pull it up on the screen, yeah. Here it says, weapons cannot cut it, the subtle body. Fire does not burn it. Water does not make it wet, nor does the wind make it dry. Please explain, Doctor, what exactly.
I like this sentence very much. I quote it many times in my life. You see, now when you come to the Supreme Self, the what you call Brahma, the Supreme Self, or we call the Supreme Consciousness. Okay, what is the state of Supreme Self? We cannot describe, you know. It's beyond description, you know. Okay, one thing we are sure, you know. Okay, it will not be affected by anything. It will not affect by fire, by water, by wind, by whatever which is you can affect the Supreme Self. Okay, it is remain as it is. It remain as it is. The mean it is something that you cannot modify it, you know. You cannot destroy it. That's why in this Heart Sutra I say that it is something that is not born, is not destroyed. Okay, you cannot increase it, you cannot decrease it, and it's not holy or it is not dirty. So don't even attribute any attribute to it, you know. Some people say, oh, Supreme Consciousness, oh, it's very holy. No, nothing to do with holiness, no. Okay, don't attribute any attribute to it. It's neither clean, it's neither dirty. Okay, don't give any characteristic to the Supreme Self. Okay, it's beyond description. Okay, since it's beyond description, we call it empty, sunya. Okay, but it doesn't mean void, you know. It's empty because you cannot describe it. You cannot describe it with words, no. Okay, that's why I call it empty. Okay, but it's not void. It's there. Only things that is beyond our imagination. Okay, that's all.
Okay, great. That because in India, the understanding of Paramatma as the Supreme Self, beyond this self that is manifested, is very much understood here. So, as you said, you know, very nicely put it. Rather than calling it Supreme Consciousness, we can call it our own Supreme Self. This self and the Supreme Self. This Atma and the Paramatma. So, Doctor, now, yeah.
Can I destroy it as well?
Absolutely, yeah. So, Doctor, let's go to verse 39 and 40. You have marked there.
Yeah. Rajesh, I cannot hear you.
Oh, I was muted. So, here, verse 39.
Yeah.
O Kuru Nandana, descendant of Kuru, Arjuna, in this path, yoga discipline, there is one pointed determination, but the thoughts of the irresolute are many branched and endless. O Dhananjaya, Arjuna, perform action being firm in yoga, abandon attachment and be balanced in success and failure. The state of equilibrium is known as yoga. So I think here the definition of yoga is very clearly mentioned.
Yeah. You see, yoga, there are two definitions, Rajesh. Okay. One is yoke, mean union. Okay. One is yoke. So another definition of yoga is the action that you carry out. The activity that you carry out also called yoga. Okay, what type of activity are you doing? What type of practice? Your practice also called yoga. This thing. So in here, he mentioned that one-pointedness. Whatever you do, that means this is our samadhi. You see, when you practice sunya, you have to focus your mind on one-pointedness. This is samadhi, you know. It's exactly like what we are practicing in sunya. That's why when you understand sunya, you will understand BG. When you understand BG, of course, you will understand back the sunya. Okay, there is a link between. So, what is your practice? Your practice is to achieve one-pointedness. Okay, you focus until to one-pointedness. What do you mean by one-pointedness? Mean samadhi.
Samadhi, yeah.
Samadhi, peace of mind. Finish. Okay, this thing. So that is the practice that you must go to. So you don't have to worry about the punches. You don't have to worry about so many things, so many practices, so many things. In yoga, there's so many branches. They say that there are 84,000 practices. Don't worry about them, no. At the end, one thing: focus your mind into one pointedness. Then that.
And that's what we do with the reverse counting, the following. Are the 7-step of shunya basically is to make sure that you have one-pointed attention, you have focused.
First you focus, no?
Yeah.
Then you observe things clearly. Finish.
Yeah, that's as simple as it can get.
You focus is samatha. Okay? You observe things clearly is vipassana.
Vipassana. Okay, so Dr. verse 42. When your intellect, verse 42, when your intellect is puzzled by the Shruti, the Veda, text you have heard, will become fixed and immovable in Samadhi, you shall attain this yoga. Again.
I think these are some critique on Veda. Okay. Now, Veda, they are you have to be very careful. Veda, there are two portions. One is like there is some teaching. Okay? Then, but there are also some section, there's no teaching, you know. You just say some mantra, everything, without understanding. At that point, we do not agree, you know. How can you do something that you do not understand? Okay? So that's why this is a kind of critique on the Veda. Okay? People become puzzled, you know, after reading the Veda. Why become puzzled? Because you never explain anything, you know. Okay? You just do something to get some merit. Okay, you just something to get something that what you want. No, that's not a good practice. So that's why this Veda is actually it's not exactly criticize the Veda. We think that you have to be very careful when you read the Veda. Okay, so do not get puzzled. Do not get puzzled. Okay, okay. Now then it say. You will become immovable. Okay? Samadhi. Okay, in samadhi.
Yeah.
Till you go into samadhi, you know, then you shall attend this yoga. So when you enter the samadhi, you are actually a good yoga practitioner.
True.
Okay? Yeah, if not, you just confuse yourself by reading the text that you don't understand. It's the mantra that you do not understand. Keep on chanting, get understanding. So this is not a practice.
So Shunya, Doctor, we always say that it's a true yoga because it's not only about twisting your body and everything. It's about the mind remaining focused on its act, what we are doing.
Twisting the body is not yoga, it's acrobatic. You become, it's not yoga. Yoga nothing to do with the twisting the body. Now you practice your body, okay, to get a healthy body. There's nothing wrong with that. You exercise your body, you twist your body, okay. When you're twisting your body, okay, you press on the lymphatic gland, okay, you cleanse your body. Then we agree, it can give you a healthy body. But if you want to twist your body and to achieve samadhi, and you want to twist your body in order to become a nirvana, no way. No way. Can you see anybody twist the body eventually? Yeah.
No.
Okay. Or they go after the name and form.
The ones who could twist their body, I've seen them, doctor. The ones who twist their body, I've seen them in the circus for sure.
Yeah. No. Okay, then they're worshipping the name and form.
Aha.
They worship some mantra, they worship some form. Okay, they imagine that they want a union with God, It's very funny, You already part of the God, you already union, What do you mean union with God? The theory is also wrong,
Yeah, but this is what people believe, and many have this wrong belief, or maybe the clarity is not there, where they think that they are separate from Him and they have to go and unite with Him.
No. You cannot be separated from God. You are part of it. We are inside. We are inside the circle. We are inside this thing. You cannot get out.
So many a time, doctor, even in India, we have this saying that God is within us. Actually, it's the other way around. We are within it.
Yeah, we are within a God.
they make it the other way around. They say God lies within you.
No. God must be within a God.
Yeah. Absolutely.
The only thing is that God is a very high consciousness. You want to understand that? Let's say you need to practice. You need to focus your mind. Okay? So when you elevate your consciousness, even today, hopefully one day you can realize now. Okay? You can realize this thing. But it's not the kind of union with God, the kind of fix your eye, then looking upstairs, looking downstairs, hopefully you union with a God upstairs. No such thing, No such thing, To school, I think they are misleading, Okay? Then they are dancing, they are singing, my goodness.
So, doctor, let's go to verse 48. Okay.
Yeah.
Verse 48 says, you have marked it, that when the mind is serene, all his sorrow, dukkha, is destroyed, and prasanna chetasa, that is happiness, arises. The intellect soon becomes steady. So here it is saying how the intellect becomes steady when the mind becomes serene.
You remember in MAS?
Yeah.
Maha he said when your mind is calm, okay, all your karma is good.
Absolutely.
Yeah, when your mind disturbed, all the karma is bad.
I think that summarizes what is good karma and bad karma. It all depends on the mind.
When your mind disturbed, your mind agitated, whatever you do is bad karma.
And doctor, the only way to actually make the mind serene is practice shunya. No other way. Yeah. No other way. This is the only way. And then, doctor, let's go immediately to the verse 49 also. The person who is not yukta, okay, that is, who has not become yoga yukta as mentioned above, has no singleness of purpose. The one who is not yukta has no power to bring things about, and he who does not bring things about knows no serenity. And how can a man without serenity know happiness? So how, if your mind is not serene, what kind of happiness that can be?
If your mind not serene, how to be happy?
So all the other kind of happiness with the discourse and the dances and the music and the chanting, all these things take away the serenity of the mind. So that is false happiness.
No, you just drink, You get drunk, you take hashes, then you are yelling, you are shouting, No, this is not happiness, It's not this hypnotizes.
I think that's going crazy.
Yeah.
Going crazy is okay.
And after that, you feel even worse,
Worst.
It is like worse. Then after that, you become even deeper, You go, you destroy yourself even further. So there's a vicious cycle. Okay, this thing. That's why I think this is a very good definition of happiness.
Yeah.
Make your mind serene, then you know true happiness. Finished.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So similarly, verse 59.
Okay.
Are we there? Okay. Yeah. Verse 59. He who merely controls the faculties of action, but keeps continually thinking of objects of the senses in his mind, is called mithyachara, self-deceiving hypocrite. Can you see, oh, very strong word, Krishna using a very strong word, hypocrite.
You see, many religious people, okay, externally they look solo, they look quiet, but inside of mind, they keep on thinking about all this crazy thing, all this funny thing, They're the hypocrite. They're the hypocrite. Okay, whatever they talk, whatever they do is different to what they talk about. They preach one thing, but they do another thing. That is the worst hypocrite, And this happens in many religions, Okay, that's why here, that's why they say in Sunya, the first level of yoga, mind and body must be synchronized. Whatever you thought, whatever you think, okay, should be in line with the action. Okay, so this is the first stage of yoga. Your mind and body should be union. Okay, and if your mind and body can't even in a union stage, how to practice yoga? This is a thing. That's why, and you become hypocrite. Okay, you say one thing but you do another.
So I think Krishna was very clear in telling Arjuna, don't be a hypocrite. You're telling you're a warrior, a great warrior, and now you're giving away your arms and just. I think it was very direct to him. Okay, so Doctor, we go to verse 69. Okay, verse 69. If I did not perform action, giving up idleness, people all around would follow my path, O Partha. So he's setting example, he's talking about being an example.
This is the only time Krishna talking about himself.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Okay, he said, if I do not do well, okay, then the people will follow me, then they'll become idle, okay, it's no good. So we should teach by action, We as a guru, okay, we should guide by action, good action.
So be a role model.
And this is the only sentence he talk about himself.
Absolutely.
He know claim that he is God, you have to worship him, He never claimed that,
Okay, so Doctor, we go to verse 83. I think the second last verse, where it says, the senses, they say, are superior to their objects. Higher than the senses is the mind. Higher than the mind is the buddhi, intellect. But higher even than the intellect is the Purusha, self.
Purusha here means supreme self.
Supreme self.
Supreme self, not purely self. I think you should put the word supreme self.
Supreme self, okay.
Of course, the highest, higher than the mind. Okay, higher than the body. Body don't mean the wisdom.
Yeah. But Doctor, here it makes very clear that there are these senses which is actually there is something superior. The senses are superior than the object. So you can have sense control. You cannot have object control, but sense control. Then with your senses, you can actually make sure that senses, when they go out control, your mind should be under control. So all this, if you see the systematic practice of Shunya, will lead you to the ultimate self, the ultimate Purusha, the supreme self.
Yes. First is the object.
Yeah.
The object, the Dhamma object. Okay. On top of the object are the senses. Okay. On top of the senses is the mind. Okay. On top of the mind is the wisdom. Then on top of the wisdom, actually your supreme consciousness. That's how they define layer by layer. Okay. So like you see even Sunya, when we practice first the reverse counting. Reverse counting, we're dealing with the object, Keep on with the counting. Then after that, following the breath. Okay, we go for the feeling. Okay, go for feeling. Okay, then after that, we throw away this thing. We look into the mind. Okay, look into the mind. Then after that, we get the wisdom. Okay, so our Sunya also follow exactly what was present here. Okay, only things that we have a methodology. We have a fixed way, Okay, when we say that, okay, do away with object, this is the method. Okay, do away with feeling, this is the method. Okay, look into your mind, this is the method. So we in Sunya, we do have all this practice. No?
Yeah, that's how we can take some essence from the 84 verses. Doctor, now quickly before we wrap up the session, we will open the floor. So I think, Doctor, we have almost around 1.5 hours. Okay, so I think that's a good time we spent. But on a Sunday to have some words of wisdom, very good. So thank you so much, Doctor, for your time. We appreciate from your busy schedule giving us time. So namaste and see you again, Doctor, on another dialogue, on another topic again. Okay, so bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Namaste. Yeah, so thank you so much, everyone. That was a great conversation with Dr. Lim. We had on the 84 verses of Bhagavad Gita that we studied last week. Very soon I will also do the Hindi version of it. So again, thank you so much. See you next week. Bye-bye and namaste.